Hi, it's Ant here at Unboxing Music. Today is the 22nd of April 2023 and it's International Record Store Day. Well, it's certainly Record Store Day and it's certainly international, so let's just leave it at that. About 6 weeks ago, might have been longer, the Record Store Day list came out. Printed a copy of it and went through ticking my choices. The list I came up with was quite extensive. There were lots of wants on there, so over the next couple of weeks I narrowed it down to what were my essential choices, and judging by what other people have said, that's probably the best way to do it, so that you're really getting exactly what you want and you really want it. And I go by the opinion that you buy what you love. So, and I know that I'm going to love everything that I've bought. So, with my alarm set for 4:30, I managed to pull my weary body out of bed, get in the car and head to North Manchester. Well, it's actually north of North Manchester to Townsend's Records, where I arrived at about 6 o'clock this morning and got in the queue. The 2.5 hour wait went really quickly. Talking to people in the queue, the shop workers came round with teas and coffees for people, which was a really nice surprise. They also provided a checklist so we could pre-order from our position in the queue what we wanted to pick up. It was kind of difficult in the rain and I did mess my order up slightly, but I was able to get round that in the shop. They were fine about that. Fortunately, they had everything I wanted. And like a drowned rat, I headed back in my car to South Manchester, and here I am now, and going to go through what I've got. There were even 2 Brucey bonuses that I managed to pick up. One was a record, one was something else, and I'll explain when I get to them. Right, so, there's 2 bags here. Here's the first bag. Yes. Right, so the first thing that we've got here is Emerson, Lake and Palmer picture disc. 50th anniversary picture disc of the original 1973 LP. Cut from high-res 24-bit files. So this isn't from tape, this is from the actual files. Looks really cool. I should have been more prepared and have a knife on the desk.
A few moments later.
The knife is back. Right, so here we go. First one, let's get into this. Brain salad surgery, just in case you were unaware of what you were purchasing. And here it is, in all its glory. And we have the 2 faces from H.R. Geiger. Really nice. Picture discs have a bit of a bad reputation, and I'm just hoping that this one has a good sound quality to it. So here's the alternative view. Looking forward to that. Next, Alex Lifeson from Rush started a new project last year, or it was certainly launched to the public last year, Envy of None. And I bought it on CD and it became my album of the year last year. Absolutely loved it. Not sure if it was on vinyl, but for Record Store Day they've issued another picture disc. Here it is, Envy of None. Seems to have the full track listing as well. 11 tracks in total. Absolutely fantastic. There's not much, I'm not going to pull it out now because there isn't much else to show you here. But there we go. Purchase number 3. Always been a big fan of this band live. Their studio albums were a bit hit and miss to me. They had some really good tracks on them, but live was where they came into their element, and Record Store Day has a special live record from them. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous at Hammersmith in 1976. Great track listing as well. I'm hoping you don't get too much reflection from the light above. So let's get into this one. This is a double album, and I believe it's on coloured vinyl, although there isn't any hype stickers to explain what's going on with this. So here we go, being very, very careful here. Ooh. I know it's like watching paint dry, and I'm not apologising for it. So I'm just going to pull one of the records out so we can have a quick look at it. Okay, so we have Phil Lynott, Scott Gorham on the inner sleeves, and the record is, oh, it's on black vinyl. Wonderful. Going to enjoy playing that later. Have a bop around my living room to it. Excellent. Next up is one of my favourite bands from the last 20 years, 25 years actually. They've put out a 12-inch single for Record Store Day, Porcupine Tree, and it's called IA DW XT. 12-inch EP on 180 gram vinyl. Tracks are Drown With Me, Chloroform, Revenant, and Mother and Child Divided. So let's get into this. This has got one of these really crappy plastic sleeves which I'm desperate to get rid of. Yeah. I do keep the hype stickers. I cut them out and put them inside. So here's the 12-inch. Let's get into it. And it's on black vinyl, and it has a not personalised, but has a centre label specific to the release, which is nice. And so it should be, considering the cost, because the cost of this 12-inch single is as much as an album. Next, and this is probably one of my top 3 wants on the want list from Record Store Day. In the late 70s, I had various varying tastes. I did like some punk, I also liked a lot of disco and soul. I was also quite into progressive rock, and my favourite progressive rock band was Yes, and they have an LP out as part of Record Store Day as well, taken from the Proggy series, awful name, Proggy, which was a 7 shows which were recorded in 72, which made up the Yes Songs album, or part of the Yes Songs album. And what they did was they found the original tapes, remastered them, improved them using modern technology, and issued them as a box set of CDs. There was a Highlights album which came out on CD and on LP. I got the CD, sounds amazing, and here it is. And this was at, let's see what it says here, live at Knoxville Civic Auditorium on November the 15th, 1972. Classic live Yes performance from the Close to the Edge tour, which was, well, certainly in my opinion, Close to the Edge was their piece de resistance. It was probably the best of all the progressive rock albums. Anyway, let's get into this. Ta-da! This is going to be quite interesting because it looks like it's a triple. Well, it is a triple album, but it's got a triple fold-out sleeve from what I can see. So here we go. This is not going in. Why is this not going in? Let's try it a different way. This looks like it will go in better. Yes. Nicely sliced. preserving the sticker. Oh, lovely. The artwork is absolutely glorious, but a lot of Roger Dean's work, a lot of Roger Dean's artwork was, and here is the full gatefold sleeve. Fantastic. Let's have a look at one of the albums. I was under the impression that this was on coloured vinyl, but it's not, it's on black vinyl. Looks lovely. And again, I think this is going to be the first one that I play when I take these downstairs. Right, so that's bag number 1 done. Now for bag number 2. During lockdown, like many other people, I suffered quite badly from anxiety. In order to kind of alleviate that anxiety, I started going back through my music to find out what might calm me down, and I really got back into electronic music. Klaus Schulze, Tangerine Dream, Jean-Michel Jarre, all that sort of stuff. And back in 1978, Edgar Froese from Tangerine Dream put out a solo album. At least I thought, from memory, it was from 1978. And here it is. It's been reissued as part of the Record Store Day series. And it's got a nice hype sticker down the side as well. And this is apparently his best solo album, from what other people have said. I'll be the judge of that when I listen to it. But anyway, so this looks really, really nice. It's on some interesting coloured vinyl as well. So again, let's get into this one. Hopefully I'll get into this a little bit quicker. Yes. This is a double album as well. So I'm not going to peel it off. Let's have a look at the inner sleeve. Yeah. So we've got titles on one side and just a plain photograph on the other side. And here is the vinyl. Ooh. Quite similar to what it showed on the cover, using the Tangerine Dream typography. Looks absolutely spectacular. Really like that. Going to look forward to listening to that. And the hype sticker says, Ages is an essential classic masterpiece of progressive rock music that has all of Froese's virtuosity. Dark, intense, mellow. Ages should be considered the crown of Edgar Froese's solo work. So there we go. And 2 different colour effects. And continuing the Edgar Froese theme, Tangerine Dream. Woo! Yes, triple box set. Live in Paris in 1978. Really got back into Tangerine Dream. Their newer stuff is so good as well. We went through a bit of a funny phase. The music became just a little too commercial in the 90s. But the current stuff and the old stuff is incredible. So let's get into this one. The knife again. This also has a sticker on the front, which I'm going to keep. Come on. Why do they make these so difficult, or is it just me? Maybe just me. Oh, my sticker's getting bent. Anyway, here we go. Well, that wasn't so easy. Right, so opening the box set up. We get, we actually get 3 LPs inside. going to take a look at one of them. This is vinyl number 1. And it is on black vinyl. Yes. Oh, not quite black vinyl, black and blue split. Interesting. That's going to be interesting to see how that sounds. Can't wait to play that later. Almost finally, we come to my first Brucey bonus. The record store day listings in the US and the UK do tend to differ somewhat, as it probably does in other countries as well. The US listing had 2 albums that I really wanted. The first one was by The Temptations, and there was no way that I was going to be able to get that. It just wasn't going to happen. And I didn't think the other one was either. I accidentally listed this particular album on my wants list with Townsend's, and they came back to me a couple of weeks later and said, well, the UK distributors managed to get hold of some, and it'll be available a week after Record Store Day or thereabouts. And lo and behold, I get there today, and I talked to, after having paid for everything, I said to them, you know, what about the this particular album? And they said, it's already here. And here it is. Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band. I'm going to do what I want to do. Live at my father's place in 1978. And it's apparently the first time on vinyl, 2 LP limited edition, and it's a complete show from the Shiny Beast Back Chain Puller 1978 tour. And here we go. So let's get into this one. Oh, da -da -da -da. But you love watching me open these. So it's nicely done. Lights off. Ooh. And here we go. Let's see, is this going to be on black vinyl? I think it may well be. And this is. We have an interesting label on one side, personalised label, and track listing on the other side. So, really pleased about that. So that's my first Brucey bonus. My second Brucey bonus came about as a result of talking to people in line whilst waiting to get into the shop. And this particular lady was talking to me about gigs that I've been to recently, gigs that I've got coming up. And I said I really wanted to go and see this specific band. And she said, well, one of the people in the shop is selling a ticket. I'm like, I'm going to go for that. And that would be Sparks at the Bridgewater Hall in Manchester. So, as a result of that, my second Brucey bonus is a Sparks ticket for Manchester. Really, really pleased. All in all, a great haul. Really looking forward to listening to all of these. I think I'm going to listen to the Yes album first. The Tangerine Dream will be this evening. And tomorrow I will tackle the rest of the albums. Hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. If you did, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. And if you want to be alerted, tickle my bell. Take care. Thanks for watching. And myself and Captain Beefheart will see you in the next video.